decided to do a sit down kind of video today. I do not have a mic for my cameras anymore because I gave it to my brother. He uses it while he plays his games. I want this video to be about the tests that Vince and I had to do before we went to the fertility clinic. Well, we didn't go there, we just had a over the phone call or consultation with the fertility doctor. So let's start. I know I touched a little bit, I kind of went over all the tests that I had to do and Vince had to do, but I wasn't sure what each little test was about, because if it's like some letters like an FSH, like what is that? I'm going to talk about what we did, and then I'm going to talk about the consultation with the doctor. So for me, I had the AMH, which is the anti-Müllerian hormone. That just measures your ovarian reserve, which means how much eggs you have, and it also can find out around when you are going to hit menopause and when you started getting your period, which is really cool, but we didn't speak about that with the doctor. The next one is day 3 estradiol, which is to measure your estrogen levels, and your estrogen levels vary throughout your whole cycle. So I had to go on day 3 of my cycle, and day 3 of my cycle is like the 3rd day I had my period. And then also the same thing with the day 3 testing the FSH, which means follicle stimulating hormone, which really just explains itself. It's a hormone that your brain puts out or something to stimulate your follicles. So when it's like an egg, it needs to grow to a certain amount for it to go into your uterus, and that's the little egg that we shed when we get our period. And then the next thing was my ferritin levels, which are my iron levels, and then I had a full hematology panel. I don't know what they looked up from that. And then a hepatitis B surface antigen test that they did on me. And apparently I wasn't supposed to be getting the antigen test, or they wanted both of them, so I had to go again and get my hepatitis B surface antibody test. They mixed up the test or something, so I had to get it again. And then the hepatitis C, those are just to see if you have hepatitis. And then hemoglobin electrophoresis, which takes a look at your red blood cells. The electrophoresis takes a look at how your blood cells are, like are they round or are they misshapen, things like that. It also checks your hemoglobin levels. And then I got my rubella, which is German measles, I think. And then the syphilis serology, just to check if you have syphilis. TSH, which is the thyroid stimulating hormone. So your thyroid is what controls your hormones. And then the next one is varicella zoster, which is chickenpox. So I had a lot to do. They did 7 vials of blood the first time, and then I had to do it again, which was another vial. So in total I had 8 vials of blood that they had to take from me, which is a lot more compared to Vince, because he got the hepatitis B surface antigen test, and then hepatitis C, HIV, syphilis serology, and then lastly he got a semen analysis. A semen analysis was kind of funny because you have 30 minutes from the moment the ejaculation hits the cup. That's when you start counting down the clock, and the cup has to be at the lab in the hands of the lab people in under 30 minutes. If it's over 30 minutes, then it doesn't count, or it's not good enough, or not good anymore. So after we did all of those tests, I think the next day it came back, and then after that we finally had the consultation with the fertility doctor, and we spoke about how I am completely normal, like nothing is wrong with me. All the tests came back normal. Same with Vince, everything came back normal, so there's no problem of us conceiving. But there is a little bit of a problem with my alloimmunization, because I have anti-JKA and Vince has the JKA antigen. So the only scary part is if our baby ends up having the JKA antigen, which means that my body could potentially, but most likely, because my blood will most likely get mixed in the placenta, and if my blood goes into the placenta and then the baby gets my blood, then my blood would start attacking the baby's blood, which causes anemia, which is also called HDFN, which stands for Hemolytic Disease in the Fetus and Newborn. So yeah, so we spoke about that. The doctor was not super worried about our baby having severe anemia because anti-JKA is pretty mild. Also, he had to do research on this right before he saw us, because a lot of doctors don't know much about HDFN and all this maternal alloimmunization. That is why my doctor referred us to a fertility doctor and a maternal fetal medicine doctor, which we have not seen yet because the appointment is in May. Kind of frustrating how we have to wait so long to see a specialist, but the fertility doctor kind of said it's not a huge risk, so we could try. Oh, also, we did speak about IVF because we were looking into doing IVF with pre-genetic testing. So when you do pre-genetic testing, create an embryo and then you test the embryo, because for some reason nobody has found out how to test the egg or the sperm separately, and the only way is you could only test an embryo. So the doctor said that there's no need to do IVF right now because it's mild, but if it does get severe, then the next pregnancy we can look into IVF. So that is all that is going on. We are waiting for an MFM consultation in May. I'm not sure we still need it. Like, if I do get pregnant before that, then we would cancel the consultation and change it to actually seeing the doctor, because there are steps to needing to figure out if the baby has antigen or not. But we will talk about that a different time when it comes to it. And also, today is actually March 12th, which is World Alloimmunization and HDFN Awareness Day. I was supposed to be wearing purple, but I don't really have anything that is purple, so blue's the closest thing. But anyways, I guess I am going to end this video because it's getting late. It's actually past 9:30. It's 9:37 right now, and I need to get to bed soon. So I will see you guys in the next vlog.